No.2 Hikaru Nakamura and World No.4 Arjun Erigaisi just about to start. Quick reminder on Armagedon that white has more time. Starts with 3 extra minutes, but black has draw odds set. There will be a result. One of these grandmasters will win this game.
And
Christian,
by the way,
over to you.
Well, we do.
I ran out of breath.
We do have a completely different situation than what we've seen in classical. In classical, Erigaisi started with c5. We see e5 right now. Playing to the character of the Armageddon, you need only a draw with black pieces. So that's why we're seeing a much more tame approach and speeding through the motions. This is what we get. Vishay, what are the characteristics of this position right now? And prediction time as well after this one.
Arjun played his pet line here, which is 3 bishops c5.
This is his pet line.
Instead of knight f6, which is the Berlin defense.
Yes.
And Hikaru seems to have made a very practical decision before the Armageddon, which is that he thought, why should I prepare against 2 different openings? Let me do the same thing against both. So he just went c3 and d3 and gave it back to Arjun, and Arjun had to play knight f6. And Hikaru was saved some time having to deal with this, any particular characteristics.
Yes.
The problem is this position is very close to equal. So Hikaru is hoping to outplay him in the middle game.
So he's vacating any options of maybe getting a better position out of the opening.
I think he could have tried more against the line that Arjun played, but he's been very practical about, because he probably had to check the Sicilian and the French and other things. So, without a lot of time, he just said, okay, these two I'm going to lump together, this, let's go. And I think that's what has happened.
Similar strategy to the game that he had against Gukesh. Just get a position out of the opening, maybe an advantage, maybe not, but then just try to outplay your opponent by knowing better the ideas and the structures, and also having more time. Obviously, this is the nature of the Armageddon. Let's remind everybody. Anna, why don't you tell us what the Armageddon is?
The Armageddon, white starts with 10 minutes, while black has 7 minutes at the start. The difference is, with the extra time, you are also in a must-win situation. In case of a draw, black wins the game. So draw or win by black is the same. White has only one result to aim for. White is in a must-win situation, which will mean that Hikaru will go all in. He has to win.
And Hikaru, again, it's all about the ratings for him right now. He doesn't, obviously he thinks and he wants to win Norway Chess, but that's not his priority. He wants the rating. That's the weight off his shoulders right now. There's no rating in this game. He loses, it doesn't matter. He's not going to lose rating. So right now he's playing without that chip on his shoulder.
I think that's definitely important to emphasize to our viewers that we have this rating system where what Hikaru is talking about, that's classical chess rating, and in Armageddon, as Christian mentioned already, there is no rating on the line.
love to find a way, but there just simply is not a way. These two rooks need to stay connected to the pawns. King h7, just pick up the pawn on e4.
This is such an urgent move. Just a quiet. His position is very, very bad, but practically these are difficult moves to deal with.
Rook to b7.
Hikaru is being super practical. Just no mistakes.
I just want to quickly highlight, we're not going there, but the bar on the right side in the corner is also showing huge advantage for late here because Humpy has blundered a piece, I believe.
Oh my
There's a lot going on right now, but we are staying here.
Vaishali is now clearly worse, so my god. A lot happening. 98. Queen takes e5 maybe?
Queen takes e5. That seems to be it. Yup, he's just about to take it, and he did. No, this is over. Yeah, it's over. It's a bad position, and there's zero compensation. On top of that, you're also down to your last minute 45 seconds against close to 4 minutes 30. I think we're going to see a resignation. Let's just stay with this one.
The pawn is now attacked.
I think white should play bishop a6.
Yes.
Allowing black to...
This is the question, right?
Yeah, knight takes a6, knight takes b8. And I now use my rook to help that pawn queen, and you can't really do much. But the knights can stick to each other.
They can stick to each other, but this should be just f4, e5, followed by king f3, king d4. Once my...
Yeah.
To be honest, I can just leave this pawn here and just swing around the 8th rank with the rook. It's looking devastating. I think this is what he's going to go for. It's simple enough. Yep, precisely, he's going for it.
That's exactly the line that Christian Vichy analyzed, and the rook is about to enter the back rank.
In fact, white can just win a pawn and game on the king side now. Because white has an extra pawn and those pieces are frozen out.
Yes.
In a sense, you could...
meaning that this 4 pawns versus 3 pawns on this side. In fact, I would play g4 just to not ice this king on g6, to not allow it to go to f5, to not allow it to get closer. g4 just seems absolutely dominant.
That's exactly what Hikaru is doing, not allowing the Arjun to get close.
I think there's going to be a handshake now, because this is...
It's sad.
It's hopeless, yeah.
It's a sad position. The thing is, you would love to play f6, but I will just simply back by.
There we have it.
Arjun Erigaisi resigns in the Armagedon against Hikaru Nakamura. Hikaru wins half a point for the Armagedon win, and we do need to hurry to Gukesh's game because it is happening. The reigning World Champion